Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. WWE Wrestlemania BackLash review. So, overall, show was good. Matches, good quality matches. We had everything was above it. All but one match was above 3-star. Had a 4-star main event. Great. Even the pre-show match was good. Ricochet versus Sheamus. I give it 3. You know, the first match on the card was the Triple Threat Raw Women's Championship. We had Charlotte Flair versus Asuka versus champion Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley retained her title. 3.25-star match. Good women's match. They were building Rhea Ripley the way they need to build her, against Asuka and against Charlotte. Charlotte is coming off as this, heel that I should be champion because I'm a 13-time champion. I'm all with it. She's playing the fact that she's Charlotte Flair. She should have a title. Great. Get her a tag partner, put her in a tag team champion. I'm good with that. Her facing Rhea Ripley, I'm good with that. Her facing Asuka, I'm fine. Eventually we'll get sick of it, but hey, right now it's good. I know when Rhea Ripley debuted with WWE, being classic, she come out, first match, she's gonna be a star. I told Damien, I told Paul's family, and I was like, she's gonna be a star. She's Charlotte Flair 2.0. She changed when she was in NXT UK. She changed her persona to what she is now almost. She's as good as Charlotte, not better. She's probably one of the, obviously Charlotte has experience in the bloodlines, but Rhea's right there with her. So yeah, it was a great match, 3.25, I loved it. Next up we had the Smackdown Tag Team titles on the line. As we seen earlier in the show, Dominik was taken out backstage by the Dirty Dawgs, Rude and Ziggler. You knew as much as they've pimped the first ever father-son tag, you knew the Mysterios were winning. Just like I said in the pre-show, you knew the Mysterio, or in the preview, you knew the Mysterios were winning this. I'm excited about it because they have made history. I love some of the stuff I see online. Actually, he's Eddie Guerrero's son. You remember the whole storyline from that? Yeah, for custody of Dominik, and it's kind of cool to see that kind of come out now that Dominik is a champion. And obviously, they're going to eventually lose the titles to the Usos, and we're going to build the Usos up. We'll get into that a little bit more. And then we had, fucking zombies. Oh my God, WWE. A couple weeks ago, AEW had Blood and Guts. Okay, we all know what it was. It was War Games. We all know that. There was things online. WWE said it set wrestling back 30 years. No, it didn't. To see blood on national TV, that was actually kind of cool. To see MJF, huge MJF fan here. I've been an MJF fan before AEW. When he came to AEW, I'm one of the first ones going, star. But I had people telling me, people that legit agree with me in wrestling going, dude, you're an idiot. He's not going to be nothing. And now they're like, man, dude, you were right. I know. But yeah, the match was good. Him pushing Jericho off the top. We all know wrestling has things in it so these people don't actually get hurt. Sometimes. They do get hurt, don't get me wrong. It's not all fake, I get that. That moment, what he landed on, I get it. Fine. I didn't set wrestling back. Having zombies as lumberjacks. Having two guys, Damien Priest and The Miz, fighting off zombies in a match of trying to fight each other, and then your zombies got Miz hurt. Yeah, torn ACL. What, 6 months? Yeah, so, I get it. There's a movie coming out. The movie is a sponsor of the show. Have the zombies backstage, not around the ring. That was the dumbest thing the WWE's ever done. Well, take that back. One of the dumb things. They screwed that match. Damien Priest can be a star. You gotta not screw him over like you did here. And then you have a lumberjack match against Morrison on Monday night. Really? I will say it was one of the better Monday Night Raws here recent. It wasn't that good either. But yeah, I give the match 2-star because I mean it could have been so good, but they just ruined it with the zombies. And then that kind of took away from the next match, SmackDown Women's Title on the line. Bayley versus champion Bianca Belair, her first match since WrestleMania, since winning the title at WrestleMania after winning the Royal Rumble. I mean the match, I give it 3.5. I enjoyed the match. I think Bianca Belair is talented. Again, Mae Young Classic when she came in, I thought, you know, she's going to be something. And she did turn into something big. NXT, she was big. So I think it's great that she's a champion. And that she's having these high-profile matches against Sasha at Mania, now against Bayley. I know eventually they're going to take the title off of her, but it's almost like you're getting a rub from the Bayley and the Sasha to her, and now she's going to give the rub to somebody else. So I give that 3.5. The only match of the night that I got wrong on my picks, so I was 5 of 6 in this show, which I was actually pretty happy with that, was the WWE title triple threat match. Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman versus champion Bobby Lashley. Bobby retained his title. 3 3/4 stars what I ended up giving it. Overall, the match was good, I thought. I enjoyed the match completely. I was befuddled about the result. What gets me, WWE does these things that Bobby Lashley was U.S. champion. You make it a triple threat match so him take the title off of him. Cool beans, I'm fine with that. You don't want the big bad Bobby Lashley to get pinned to look weak. But he got pinned on Monday Night Raw by Kofi in a non-title match. Don't get me wrong, I like Kofi. I like Kofi's title run in 2019. But it's kind of like, what the hell? I mean, you could have yeah. But you know what? He's champion. We have Hell in a Cell as our next show, which it kind of moved up because they want fans at Money to Bank. Good at Money to Bank is your 4th biggest pay-per-view. Behind Mania, Rumble, SummerSlam. I put Money to Bank ahead of Survivor Series because Survivor Series is going to shit in a handbasket. But, okay, fine. Hell in a Cell. Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Hell in a Cell. I'm down with that. But yeah, the match was good. Bobby Lashley retained. Then our main event. We had Universal Title on. Cesaro, his first ever singles main event world title match. Great. You ever pulled the trigger on Cesaro being a world champion, like a lot of people have said online, it's the Daniel Bryan scenario. Exactly. That's how the crowd will get behind him. You have Roman Reigns, the head of the table. That is what makes SmackDown watchable. This is the Roman Reigns we wanted 5 years ago. Or, yeah, probably 5 years ago, but at least 3 years ago. I went to WrestleMania 34. Main event was Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. We wanted, I said in my preview, we wanted Heyman to turn on Lesnar and go with Reigns. You finally do it, and it's gold. You have Jimmy fighting with his cousin, and Roman beats him, he falls in line. Now Jimmy returns, you got him fight with his cousin and his brother, and then eventually he'll fall in line. So it's just like you have this just natural family feud, and it's gold. The thing is, people are talking about who beats Roman Reigns. There's only one person that can beat Roman Reigns. There's only one person that can beat Roman Reigns. The next WrestleMania, WrestleMania 38, is scheduled for Dallas, Texas. The last time you had a WrestleMania in Dallas, Texas, you put 101,000 people in Jerry's Palace. Because of everything that we got going on now, limited fans, you're going to sell out that Palace in Dallas. 101,000 people. The Rock is the only, or John Cena is the only, The Rock is the only one. Head of the table, the Samoan Dynasty. Who's a bigger star than Roman Reigns? The Rock. The family bloodline. Come on, people. Head of the table. That's the only thing you can do, is having this lead to Roman versus The Rock. The Rock won the title. Here's the thing, Money in the Bank is getting pushed off. So whoever wins Money in the Bank will have longer to cash in. You have The Rock beat Roman Reigns for the title. Establish himself as the head of the table of the Samoan family. You have Aleister Black come in, cash in Money in the Bank. Move forward. Done. All you gotta do. But you know what? This match was 4-star. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the show for the most part. Now, I mean, Raw, come on now, people. I watched every match on Raw. The first match ended in a DQ. The next match was just a main event match. I mean, literally main event. That's what the Angel Garza and Drew Gulak. We had a 24/7 title change. Kofi and Randy, which was alright. Kofi won with the women's tag titles, which was trash. Yeah, I mean, Alexa Bliss comes out and the fire goes off in front of Reginald and he falls and Nia goes to check on him because it's a little boy toy, and yeah. Ricochet and Sheamus was good. Asuka and Charlotte, I mean, that was also really good. Obviously the end of it with Charlotte hitting Rhea Ripley and then Asuka getting the roll-up pinfall there. Priest and Morrison Lumberjack was just stupid. Then your main event was Kofi and Bobby Lashley in the open challenge, which wasn't for the title. People thought it was, but it wasn't. You know, I come on here and do these videos. I did a Game Changer Wrestling video. You can check that out. Game Changer Wrestling Draft Day review. That was a good show. I'm a pro wrestling fan. I watch any kind of wrestling. I'm not one of the WWE marks or an AEW mark. I watch everything. I enjoy pro wrestling. I got 2,100 matches in this notebook that I've watched this year. Most of the things you find is WWE. That's what I find. NXT. NXT is from gold. I mean, geez. I mean, Triple H, come on now, dude. Here's what needs to happen. Tripp needs to be in charge of the main roster. Smackdown and Raw. Let Shawn and Road Dogg be in charge of NXT and NXT UK. And let's how good pro wrestling can be. You know, there's a show in Australia, PWA Black Label, Pro Wrestling Australia Black Label. The name of the show was Aussie Open versus Velocities. The main event was for the tag titles. It was Aussie Open versus the champions of Velocities. The match was 4 3/4. I watched it on Fight TV. And I watch way too much wrestling on Fight TV. And yeah, that's one of those matches you don't normally see, like a Dave Meltzer rate those kind of matches. Or the card. I'm on Pro Fight TV earlier. By golly, he did rate that match. 4 3/4. Same as I gave it. I'm like, holy hell, that's awesome. There's so much great wrestling out there besides WWE, besides NXT, AEW, Impact, New Japan. Game Changer has great stuff. So one thing I'm going to try to do, go forward here on Robert Sports Show, is like I said, Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content. Some of these other shows, these other companies that I watch that I normally don't do videos about, I might start doing videos about them, maybe after the fact, maybe a week or two after the show's aired. But I'm going to do some video, maybe bring some light to these other companies that are out there to get people to realize, hey, this is the best time ever to be a pro wrestling fan. Back in WrestleMania weekend, there was 26 shows. IWTV had a set of shows, like 12 or 14, and then Game Changer had their set of shows. Between the two companies, I mean, without looking at exact numbers, there was a few hundred matches. At least 100 plus matches. There's some really good matches. I was going to do a video, but that was, again, Mania was 6 weeks ago. But after seeing the views that the Game Changer got and everything that's gone on with what people are saying about AEW, people are saying about WWE, I may bring out those shows and do those shows coming up. So next weekend, will be Memorial Day weekend, you may see a couple of videos on here. IWTV Best of from WrestleMania weekend, along with Game Changer Best of from WrestleMania weekend. Just kind of get some more stuff out there. Maybe I'll do some other shows that I've done. Maybe that Pro Wrestling Black Label show. Maybe I'll review it or something like that. Or one of the Pro Wrestling Noah shows that I watch. Maybe I'll review those. But you know what I'm going to do is put some of that stuff up here to give you all a chance to kind of see what other great wrestling is available out there. But we're going to wrap this up. This was the WWE Wrestlemania BackLash and Monday Night Raw review. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.